Okay guys, today I'm going to tie a wee dabbler. Eddie asked me if I would go with it. See, putting the vise, this is a size 8, Kamasan B175. Thread is red in this case. Now the dabbler is more it's a type of fly. You can tie them in various colours. As far as I know, it was a guy called Dougie McLaren who invented it. And they're used basically in all the big lochs, whether it's Ireland, North England, Scotland. It's a big busy fly. It's all about creating a bit of disturbance. It's supposed to be a semicircular wing over the top to help it dabble in the surface. That's the idea behind it. Okay. So tail, bronze mallard, or I've seen it tied with pheasant tail fibres, cock pheasant tail, but I tend to find that cock pheasant tail doesn't last very long. So bronze mallard gives you a nice colour and seems to last a lot longer. So cut a slip and then roll them all together and that'll create your tail. Now your tail is at least the length of the hook. You could go a wee bit more. Okay, so pinch and loop, tie that in. Cut it up near the eye, just trim it away the length of the body. Cut it at an angle and it'll go down neater. In this case, this is a claret dabbler I'm tying. You can tie whatever you like, okay? You can get blacks, you can do all different colours. Pearl body, for this one I'm using this stuff here. This is the Frankie McPhillips Irish Stubbins. I've got a few different boxes of this, but I quite like this mid claret. Sorry, medium claret for that. So I'm going to use that, and for the rib, I'm going to use gold holographic tinsel. You could use flat gold, you could use silver, use whatever you like. So again, just tying that in on the side, tidy all that up, back down again. Then you're going to dub the seal's fur mix up the body. Now when you're doing this, keep it nice and thin on the thread. You can always build it up in layers as you build the body onto the fly. It's better to have a nice thin strand of dubbing that you can wind over 2 or 3 times rather than a big lump, which just doesn't really work on the thread. So create your spindle, a dubbing, and then you're going to wind it up the body. You can put a slight taper in, so a few extra turns. As I say, just keep twisting and building a nice dubbed body all the way up. Tiny wee bit more. Don't want to go too near the eye because you've quite a lot going on there. You've got a hackle, you've got the cloak, and sometimes a bit of a wing as well. Now there's different ways of doing the dabbler cloaking. You can best to have a look yourself. Find what suits you, what you like the best. There's various methods of doing it. And everybody seems to think their way is the best. So you go and look and see what suits you. Okay, now gold tinsel, just nice open rib, all the way up the body, 4, 5 turns. Tuck that in. Cut away your waist. Hackle, you could use a claret hackle here. If you want it a bit darker, you could use a black hackle. If you want to kind of add a wee bit of contrast, you could use a ginger hackle. That's just what I'm going to use. So I'm going to use just a cheap Indian. This is actually called Cree, golden Cree or ginger Cree or something, I don't know. Just a nice ginger coloured hackle. So get rid of all the fuzz, don't need that. Okay, and I like to tie them in with a tip. So stroke the fibres back, tie in your tip, a couple of turns to hold, fold the tip back, tie that down. That just helps to hold it together. You can break that off, cut it off, whatever. Take your hackle pliers and wind your hackle. Just pull the fibres back as you're doing this, double them over, and just put one turn ever so slightly in front of the other. Creates a good hackle. Now these are no light flies, these are no thinly dressed, these are bulky, big, busy flies. They work best in a big wave, so don't be too worried about making them quite busy. Break that away, and it's going forward, just pull it back, we turn to lock in. Okay, now what I like to do now is attack it with a bit of Velcro and rough it up and get some of these fibres out. Looks a bit crazy, but just blends everything together. Just watch your thread, you don't snap it. Probably went a wee bit crazy there and attacked my rib a bit. But anyway, you get the general idea. Okay. And take your bronze mallard feather. These come in all sort of different sizes as they come off the bird. Get a nice coloured one, something like that. It's a nice colour there. Okay. Again, take away the rubbish and pull off a web of fibres, quite wide, probably about 3/4 of an inch. Rip them off, cut them off, whatever. And then you're going to lay that pad of feather over the top. Now you want the wing, the cloak, to be quite long, just beyond the bend. And then loosely wrap that round the hook. Now take 2 loose turns and then pull down. And that should hopefully spread the fibres around the hook. So trim away the waste. Tidy that up a wee bit. Let's have a wee look. It's not too bad. What I'm going to do is just add another wee bit on the top for the wing. So it's like an over wing almost. So same feather, you probably get another strip out of that. Not as wide this time, maybe about 1/2 inch, 3/8 of an inch. Again, cut that off, make yourself a piece like that, and then just basically lay it on top and let that fold round. So pinch and loop on the top, a couple of turns, that there. Okay. Trim away your waste, and then put some varnish right into the roots. Let that soak in. And then build up a nice wee head, take your thread into the roots, ties that up, whip finish. Do that another coat of varnish, UV resin, whatever you want to use, just to seal that up. Let that dry. Now I went a wee bit crazy with the Velcro there and kind of just disturbed my rib. But I'm not bothered. These are fishing flies, okay? They'll get chewed up anyway, so I'm not too worried. Okay, so that's your dabbler. Big busy fly, big bushy fly, ideal for the big lochs, big wave. mostly for brownies and sea trout. I'm pretty sure they would take a salmon on the lochs. They'll certainly take some rainbows in that as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. Go out and give it a try.